Every breath we take, every heartbeat that pulsates through us, every cell in our body is infused with a potent energy. This energy is the essence of life, the pulse of existence, the heartbeat of creation. And just like life, wealth too, my friends, is a powerful spiritual energy. You may ask, isn't wealth just physical currency? Yes, it is, but it's also so much more. We live in a world where we are conditioned to see wealth as a stack of paper bills or digital numbers in a bank account. This is a narrow perspective, a limited view. Let's broaden that, shall we? Let's delve into the profound concept of seeing wealth not just as money but as a dynamic spiritual force that can transform the fabric of our lives. When we redefine money as a positive energy, we ignite a powerful shift in our consciousness. This shift goes beyond the cliched mindset advice so often given. It's a fundamental reorientation of how we perceive, interact with, and ultimately attract wealth into our lives. This new perspective can open doors to abundance, affluence, and prosperity that may have seemed locked or even non-existent before. Consider for a moment the universe, vast, boundless, teeming with stars, planets, and galaxies. This universe is a magnificent testament to abundance. It's infused with a ceaseless flow of energy. In the same way, wealth is also an energy that exists in abundance, waiting to be tapped into, waiting to be directed towards us. When we understand this profound truth, we unlock the ability to invite this energy into our lives. Wealth is not just a physical currency, it is an energetic current. It's a flow, a movement, and just like energy, it neither originates from us nor ends with us. We merely channel it. We are not the creators of wealth. We are conduits, channels through which wealth can flow. And how effectively it does so depends on our understanding and recognition of wealth as an energetic entity. To truly tap into the energy of wealth, we need to understand that wealth is not a static entity but a dynamic force. It's not a finite pool but an infinite wellspring. It doesn't just exist outside of us, in banks or in vaults. It exists within us, in our mindset and our spirit. When we resonate with the energy of wealth, we align ourselves with its vibration. We become magnets for its attraction. Now, some of you might be thinking, this sounds great, but how can I resonate with wealth when I'm experiencing lack? How can I tap into this energy when I'm struggling to make ends meet? And it's a valid question. But let me tell you this, anyone, and I mean anyone, can tap into the abundance of wealth, regardless of their current financial situation. It all starts with shifting your perspective and understanding wealth as a spiritual energy. Like a radio can tune into different frequencies to pick up different stations, our perception can tune into the frequency of wealth to attract more of it. The key lies in our ability to understand, respect, and ultimately directing this energy. When you begin to respect wealth as an energy, when you treat money not just as a means to an end but as a journey, as a spiritual partner, you allow this energy to flow into your life. We need to demystify wealth. We need to strip it off its physical attributes and understand it as a vital life force. It's not just about dollar bills, gold coins, or digital balances. It's about energy, vibrations, and frequencies. It's about recognizing the limitless potential in our universe and within ourselves to create, manifest, and multiply wealth. So, let's embark on this journey of transforming our perspective. Let's shift our gaze from the physical, tangible aspects of wealth to its more profound, energetic nature. And in doing so, let's unlock the door to a life of abundance, affluence, and prosperity. Remember, wealth is energy, and energy is boundless. It's time to tap into this boundless energy, and in doing so, transform our lives. Now, embarking on this journey of transforming our perspective on wealth, let's turn our attention to the abundant forms in which wealth manifests. Many people equate wealth exclusively with money. This perspective, however, is limited. Abundance isn't limited solely to money. It takes many forms, some of which we may even overlook. Imagine standing on the bank of a river. The water flows past you, sometimes quiet and gentle, other times roaring and powerful. This river is an energetic current, and just like water can take various forms, as a tranquil lake, a flowing river, or a mighty ocean, wealth too can manifest in diverse forms. Consider this. A property is a form of wealth. So are investments, stocks, bonds, or mutual funds. Scholarships are a form of wealth too, providing us with the ability to acquire knowledge, skills, and competencies that can yield lifelong returns. Time, health, relationships, and even the love we receive and give. These too are forms of wealth. Abundance is all around us, it's flowing through life, and it's much more than just money. So how do we tap into this abundance? How do we allow this energetic current to flow into our lives? The key lies in understanding that wealth, in all its forms, is an energy that we can learn to direct, just like we learn to steer a boat down a river. Just as a skilled sailor uses knowledge of the currents, winds, and tides to navigate a ship, so too can we use our understanding of wealth as an energy to direct the flow of abundance in our lives. Knowing where to invest, what skills to acquire, how to allocate our time, where to direct our love and energy, these are all ways to navigate the energetic currents of wealth. But often, many of us are so focused on the idea of money that we fail to recognize other forms of abundance flowing into our lives. We get so caught up in the pursuit of paper bills or digital numbers that we fail to see the wealth in our health, our relationships, our time, our skills, our knowledge, and our passions. Our fixation on money blinds us to the other ways in which abundance is pouring into our lives, often in ways far more enriching than mere money. Let's change that. Let's broaden our perspective and open our eyes to the diversity of wealth. Let's cultivate a mindset that recognizes and appreciates wealth in all its forms. Let's learn to see wealth not just as money but as an energetic current that flows through every aspect of our lives, bringing with it opportunities, resources, growth, and prosperity. Recognizing the various forms of abundance is the first step in directing this energy. It allows us to appreciate the many ways in which wealth is flowing into our lives, and this appreciation, in turn, attracts more abundance. It creates a positive cycle, a feedback loop of affluence, where the more we recognize and appreciate the wealth in our lives, the more wealth flows towards us. This is not about ignoring money. Money is essential. It's a valuable tool that enables us to experience life in profound ways. But it's not the only form of wealth. So, let's not limit our concept of wealth to just money. Let's redefine wealth. Let's expand our understanding of it, and in doing so, let's tap into the infinite flow of abundance that permeates our universe. Remember, wealth is not just about having. It's about being healthy, being loved, being knowledgeable, being skilled, being passionate. These are all forms of wealth. And when we open ourselves to this wider, richer perspective, we invite into our lives an abundance far greater than just money. So let's shift our focus. Let's not just chase money, let's attract wealth. Let's not just accumulate currency, let's amass abundance. Let's not just seek financial capital, let's generate spiritual, intellectual, emotional, and physical capital. And in doing so, let's create lives full of richness, abundance, and prosperity. Now that we've opened our eyes to the abundance that surrounds us in various forms, it's time to address the mental block that often prevents us from inviting this abundance into our lives: the scarcity mentality. This mindset is an insidious belief system that can, if unchecked, thwart our efforts to attract and experience wealth in its full spectrum. The scarcity mentality is a belief that there isn't enough to go around, that resources are limited, and that for one person to have more, another must have less. It's a zero-sum perspective on life, wealth, and resources. But is it real? Is scarcity a fact of life, or is it a fallacy? Perhaps it's time we challenge this notion of scarcity. We need to acknowledge that the perception of scarcity is not a universal truth but is often a product of our limited beliefs. These beliefs stem from past experiences, societal conditioning, or misconceptions about wealth. They are not based on reality, but on fear, insecurity, and misinformation. If we closely observe, we'll realize that the universe operates on a principle of abundance, not scarcity. Look at nature. Is there a scarcity of leaves on a tree, blades of grass in a field, or grains of sand on a beach? Even though a tree loses its leaves in fall, it regrows them in spring. Each tide may carry away sand from the beach, but it also brings in new sand. The universe is constantly regenerating, recreating, and renewing, always in a state of abundance. So, why do we believe in scarcity? The answer lies in our perception. Our perceptions are shaped by our beliefs, and these beliefs form the lens through which we view the world. If our lens is tinted with the colors of scarcity, we will see a world of lack and limitation. But if we cleanse our lens and look at the world with the eyes of abundance, we will see a world filled with infinite potential. How can we shift from a scarcity mentality to a mindset of abundance? First, we need to identify and challenge our limiting beliefs about wealth. Are we holding on to beliefs that wealth is hard to come by, that it's something reserved for a select few, or that it's something that requires great sacrifice? If so, it's time to let go of these beliefs. Next, we need to replace these limiting beliefs with empowering ones. We need to affirm that the universe is abundant, that wealth is our birthright, and that there is more than enough for everyone. We need to believe that we are deserving of wealth, not just in the form of money but in all its myriad forms. Moreover, we need to understand that wealth is not a fixed pie, where if one person gets a larger piece, others get less. Wealth is not static, it's dynamic. It's an energy that can be created, expanded, and multiplied. When we tap into this energy, we do not deplete wealth, we contribute to its expansion. In this process of realigning our beliefs with the notion of abundance, we tap into the infinite supply of affluence that the universe offers. We start to see opportunities instead of obstacles, potential instead of problems, and wealth instead of want. We start to attract wealth, not just in the form of money but also in the form of health, love, joy, peace, knowledge, and passion. Remember, wealth is a mindset. It's a shift in perception from scarcity to abundance, from lack to affluence, from fear to faith. By making this shift, we invite a surge of abundance into our lives. We stop chasing wealth and start attracting it. We stop fearing lack and start celebrating abundance. We stop surviving and start thriving. So, let's break free from the chains of scarcity. Let's shed the cloak of lack and limitation. Let's step into the light of abundance and affluence. Let's transform our mindset, and in doing so, let's transform our lives. Having broken free from the chains of scarcity and stepping into the abundance mindset, we are now ready to align ourselves with the higher frequency of abundance. And how do we do that? By focusing our work not merely on remuneration but on passion and purpose. Why passion and purpose? Because these are the elements that add a profound sense of meaning to our work, which in turn attracts abundance. When we work purely for monetary gains, we might create a certain level of wealth, but that wealth might not bring us genuine happiness or fulfillment. But when we follow our passion and align our work with our purpose, the wealth we create becomes a source of joy, satisfaction, and fulfillment. Work, when driven by passion, transforms into play. It becomes something we love to do, something we would do even if we weren't paid for it. When we are passionate about our work, we pour our heart and soul into it. We give our best, and in return, we receive the best the universe has to offer. Purpose, on the other hand, gives direction to our passion. It's like a compass that guides our passion in a direction that aligns with our core values, our deepest desires, and our highest aspirations. When we work with a sense of purpose, our work becomes a mission, a calling. It adds a depth and dimension to our work that goes beyond mere financial gain. When passion and purpose drive our work, the vibration of our energy rises. We begin to operate on a higher frequency, the frequency of abundance. This shift in perception and energy can attract financial affluence rapidly. Our work becomes a magnet that draws wealth, resources, opportunities, and people who resonate with our passion and purpose. But aligning with the higher frequency of abundance doesn't mean we should ignore the financial aspect of our work. Money is also a form of energy, and it's essential in our world. It allows us to meet our physical needs, enhance our life experience, and contribute to the well-being of others. What it means is that we should not make money the sole focus of our work. We should see it as a byproduct of doing what we love and serving a higher purpose. This shift in perception might seem challenging, especially in a world that often equates success with monetary wealth. But remember, change begins within. The outer world is a reflection of our inner world. If we change our inner perception of wealth from a mere physical currency to a powerful spiritual energy, our outer reality will transform to match our inner shift. So, let us align our work with our passion and purpose. Let us raise our frequency to match the frequency of abundance. Let us attract wealth, not by chasing it, but by resonating with it. Let us show the world that success is not just about making a living, it's about making a difference. In this alignment, we not only attract wealth and success, but also create a sense of fulfillment and contentment. We transform our work from a means to an end in itself. We make our journey as rewarding as our destination. And in doing so, we inspire others to do the same. We become a beacon of light that illuminates the path of abundance for others. So let's embark on this journey of aligning with the higher frequency of abundance. Let's embrace the energy of wealth, not just as a means to an end, but as a tool for personal growth, spiritual evolution, and collective upliftment. Let's not just accumulate wealth, but also radiate it. Because, at the end of the day, wealth is not just about having, it's about being. It's about being abundant, being prosperous, and being a conduit of abundance for others. As we continue to journey down this path, aligning ourselves with an abundance mentality driven by passion and purpose, we start to realize the divine purpose of abundance. It is not just meant for the individualistic accumulation of resources. On the contrary, the divine purpose of abundance is to provide resources for human evolution and the betterment of our world. Wealth in the form of money, knowledge, skills, or any other resource is not an end in itself. These are tools given to us to fulfill our purpose, to contribute to the betterment of ourselves and others, and to promote human evolution. As we align ourselves with this divine purpose of abundance, we become a part of a higher plan, a grand scheme where wealth is not just accumulated, but is used to fund worthy causes and support the evolution of humanity. This divine purpose of wealth is not limited to helping others in the physical sense alone. It also extends to our spiritual and mental growth. When we invest our wealth in our personal growth, in expanding our knowledge, in nurturing our skills, and in cultivating our spirit, we are aligning ourselves with the divine purpose of wealth. Our personal evolution then becomes a part of the collective evolution of humanity. However, aligning with the divine purpose of wealth requires a shift in our attitude towards wealth. We need to see it not just as a means to fulfill our materialistic desires, but as a tool to support our spiritual journey, to promote human evolution, and to make the world a better place. We need to understand that we are not the end users of wealth, but its custodians. We are given wealth so we can use it to benefit ourselves and others, and in doing so, contribute to the larger scheme of things. It is also essential to remember that the divine purpose of wealth is not about giving away all our wealth and living in poverty. It is about utilizing our wealth wisely, in a way that not only benefits us but also contributes to the betterment of others. It is about creating a balance between fulfilling our needs and contributing to the needs of others. It is about realizing that our wealth is not just ours, but is a part of the larger wealth of humanity, and we have a responsibility to use it wisely and responsibly. As we align ourselves with the divine purpose of wealth, we start to see wealth in a new light. We see it not just as a physical commodity, but as a spiritual energy that has the power to transform lives, societies, and even the world. We start to see wealth as a divine gift that is meant to be shared, not hoarded. We start to see the flow of wealth in our lives not just as an indicator of our personal success, but as a sign of our alignment with the divine purpose of wealth. When we use our wealth to fund worthy causes, to support human evolution, and to promote the betterment of the world, we are not just using our wealth, we are actually amplifying it. Why? Because when we use our wealth in alignment with its divine purpose, we are putting it in the flow of divine abundance. We are using it in a way that creates more wealth, not just for us, but for everyone involved. In this process, we not only amplify our wealth, but we also elevate ourselves. We rise above the petty mindset of me and mine, and embrace the expansive mindset of us and ours. We expand our sense of self to include not just our own self, but the whole of humanity. We see ourselves not just as individual beings, but as integral parts of a larger whole. We realize that our personal success is interconnected with the success of others, and our personal abundance is a part of the larger abundance of humanity. So, let us align ourselves with the divine purpose of wealth. Let us use our wealth to support human evolution, to fund worthy causes, and to make the world a better place. Let us amplify our wealth by using it in alignment with its divine purpose. And in doing so, let us amplify ourselves, our lives, and our world. Understanding that abundance is more than just a tangible asset is the first step in recognizing its true nature. Wealth, as we've established, is an energy, a force that ebbs and flows through our lives. Like the seasons, it has its rhythms and patterns, and understanding these can be the key to harnessing its power more effectively. Much like nature has its seasons, wealth too operates on its own cycles. There are periods of growth and expansion, where opportunities seem to be abundant and success comes easily. These are the spring and summer of wealth, where the energy of abundance is strong and vibrant. But then there are also periods of contraction and consolidation, where opportunities seem scarce, and it feels like we are not making any progress. These are the autumn and winter of wealth, where the energy of abundance seems to be in hibernation. However, these cycles are not indicators of failure or success, but rather, they are natural rhythms that are part of the process of wealth creation. Just as nature needs the winter to rest and rejuvenate, we too need these periods of contraction to reflect, learn, and prepare for the next cycle of growth. These natural rhythms of abundance are not obstacles to be overcome, but rather, they are opportunities to be harnessed. When we understand these rhythms and learn to flow with them, we can navigate the seasons of wealth with grace and ease. When we see wealth as a partner, a friend that is on this journey with us, we can work with it instead of against it. Seeing wealth as a partner is a powerful shift in perspective. It transforms our relationship with wealth from one of struggle and scarcity to one of harmony and abundance. It helps us realize that wealth is not something to be chased or fought for, but rather, it's something to be welcomed and invited into our lives. When we view wealth as a partner, we start to realize that we are not alone in our journey towards abundance. Wealth is not just a destination to be reached, but rather, it's a companion that walks with us, guiding us, supporting us, and helping us fulfill our dreams and goals. Wealth, like a true friend, is always there, even when it seems like it's not. It's there in the opportunities that come our way, in the people we meet, in the skills we acquire, in the knowledge we gain, and in the experiences we have. When we see wealth as a partner, we start to see the abundance that is already present in our lives, and we start to attract more of it. Seeing wealth as a partner also helps us manage our abundance more effectively. Instead of hoarding wealth out of fear of losing it, we start to circulate it, knowing that like a true friend, it will always come back to us. We start to use our wealth to fund our dreams, to support our growth, and to contribute to the betterment of others. Indeed, wealth is more than just a physical commodity. It's an energy, a force, a partner that is always there, supporting us, guiding us, and helping us navigate the seasons of abundance. By understanding its rhythms and cycles, we can not only manage our wealth more effectively but also attract more of it into our lives. So, let's shift our perspective. Let's see wealth as a partner, as a force that is always there, ready to support us, ready to guide us, ready to help us realize our dreams and goals. Let's embrace the natural rhythms of wealth. Let's flow with them, and let's harness their power to create an abundant, prosperous, and fulfilling life. But it's not enough to simply amass wealth for our own dreams and desires. We must remember that wealth is not just personal, it is also universal. It is as much a communal resource as it is an individual one. And so, the question arises, how do we use this wealth, this powerful force of abundance, to uplift not just our own lives, but also the lives of others, and indeed, the entire planet? The true power of wealth doesn't lie in hoarding it, but in sharing it. It doesn't lie in possessing it, but in circulating it. This is an essential shift in perspective that we need to make, seeing wealth not just as a means of personal gain, but also as a tool for collective upliftment. This does not mean that we should give away all our wealth. Rather, it means that we should consciously direct a portion of our wealth towards purposes that promote human and planetary evolution. This could be through investing in green technologies, funding education for underprivileged children, supporting social entrepreneurs, or donating to charities that align with our values. When we use our wealth in this manner, we are not only contributing to the betterment of the world, but we are also amplifying our own prosperity flow. The universe operates on the principle of give and receive. When we give, we create a vacuum that the universe rushes in to fill, and often, it fills it with more than we gave. This is the law of circulation, and it's a powerful way to tap into the infinite abundance of the universe. Moreover, using wealth in this way also aligns us with its divine purpose. Wealth's sacred role is to provide the resources necessary for human evolution. It is meant to be a catalyst for growth and development, both on an individual and collective level. When we use our wealth for such purposes, we are aligning ourselves with this divine purpose, and this alignment acts like a magnet, attracting more wealth into our lives. Expressing gratitude for the prosperity we have received is another important aspect of aligning with the divine purpose of wealth. Gratitude is a powerful emotion that not only makes us feel good but also amplifies the flow of abundance in our lives. When we express gratitude for the wealth we have, we are essentially telling the universe, "Thank you for this abundance. I appreciate it. I value it. Please give me more." And the universe, being the generous force that it is, often responds by giving us more. So, let's be conscious of how we use our wealth. Let's channel it towards purposes that uplift humanity and advance the planet. Let's align ourselves with the divine purpose of abundance. Let's express gratitude for the prosperity we have been blessed with. And let's remember that wealth is not just something to be accumulated. It is also something to be shared, circulated, and used for the betterment of all. And with that, I thank you for spending this time with me. I hope this new perspective on wealth has given you a fresh outlook and empowered you to tap into the infinite abundance that the universe has to offer. Remember, wealth is more than just money. It is an energy, a force, a spiritual entity that is there to support us, guide us, and help us create an abundant, prosperous, and fulfilling life. So, let's embrace this perspective. Let's align ourselves with the divine purpose of wealth, and let's use it to create a world that is abundant, prosperous, and just. If you found this video helpful, do like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit from it. And stay tuned for more content on transforming your life and the world around you with a fresh perspective. Thank you once again, and remember, abundance is not something that we acquire. It is something that we tune into.